Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to this channel and good evening. So, today I'm going to talk about email marketing, which is probably one of the most important aspects when it comes to basically selling your info products, right? Because you have created this amazing email list, you have a good lead magnet, you basically get, let's say, 20 new leads per week, which is not a lot, but let's say you get those. And so, basically, how do you actually convert those leads into customers, into buyers, right? And so one of the ways to actually do that is to have a very good welcome sequence. So basically, when a prospect signs up to your email list, the first thing he's going to get maybe is a tripwire reminder, right? If there's like a tripwire offer you have, he's going to get the reminder, of course, first of all, and then he's going to get that sweet welcome sequence. But actually, before we actually dive into today's video, if you've got something very special for you, so if you're actually looking to double your profits from your info product, maybe you're running a course, maybe you're having to do something with selling, that's why you're probably watching this video as well in the first place. You can actually grab our free strategy. It's an ebook, and I go over 7 steps there on how to increase your how to double your profit. Actually, it's very good. I have put a lot of work in there, so make sure to check it out. It's in the description, and it's free, of course, right? So thank you so much, and let's actually dive into the video. So basically, Russell Brunson, that's all I'm gonna say. He's the master of digital marketing. He's like the wizard of digital marketing. That's how we know today. And so basically, if you read his book, which is called .com Secrets, one of his book, I read it, like I finished it like a week ago, right? And I basically tried to test his methods, right? What he's doing. He goes he goes over a lot of stuff in there. And one of the stuff he goes over is basically this email sequence that he created, and he called it soap opera email sequence. It's basically a welcome sequence, but he made it, he added his own taste into it. So then I'm going to go over this email sequence and why you should use it in your emails. And of course, if you don't have emails, if you're not using your emails, if you don't have an email list, you should probably do that. It's the first thing that you need to do whenever you have a course or something that you need to launch. And so yeah, so basically, the soap opera sequence is just a series of emails designed to build a strong relationship with your audience. Just like a soap opera, it keeps viewers hooked with cliffhangers and dramatic storylines. It's all about creating an engaging narrative around your brand and products. So basically, that was a very good explanation here. So honestly, that's how it works. So basically, you don't really finish everything in one email. You basically create these loops. You open these loops and you close them in the email that comes after that first email. So basically, let's say in the first email you talk about, oh my god, this one thing changed my whole life. But wait, you're gonna get this one thing in the second email. Maybe in the second email you're not gonna really reveal it. You're again gonna do something very clickbaity, right? And then you're gonna say, oh, sorry, I kind of forgot, but you're gonna get it in the third email. So basically, in the third email, it's going to be your offer, right? It's going to be your product. Or in the fourth email. So basically, you kind of get it. That's how it works. So it just works with opening and closing loops. So to get the prospect to get his attention, right? To get him to wait for it, to spark his interest. That's the whole um that's the whole like thing behind it. So let's get into the first email, which is a setup. And so this is your first email. This is where you will introduce yourself, of course, right? You will do a small introduction. Do not take it that far, just a small introduction. People for some reason just really like to introduce themselves over and over again for some reason. But yeah, just do a small introduction of yourself and your attractive character, which is actually a thing that Russell Brunson talks in his books. So basically, an attractive character is. I'm actually going to do a separate video about that because it's a very interesting thing. So it's probably going to be linked in the description if I made it. If I didn't, so it's going to be there in the future. So make sure to check it out as well. It's a cheat code, honestly, to create a lot of sales. So basically, you introduce your attractive character or a problem. For example, if you're selling a fitness course, your character could be someone who's struggling to lose weight, right? A very generic example here, given by me. And so basically, this is an email that it's not the best email, trust me. I just wrote it as an example, so do not really take any inspirations from this email. Of course, it's not that bad, but yeah, you could actually, write something of your own. So basically, I'm George, and today I want to share something deeply personal, my own weight loss journey. So basically, you try to make yourself as relatable as you can to your customer, which is the first thing that you should probably do, right? to build a trust, to give that credibility to yourself. And so it's a story I haven't shared widely because it touches on a foreign. So basically, kind of open up here. You again trying to be vulnerable, trying to be relatable. This is the first step that you need to do. And of course, honestly, a lot of people overdo it. They like do this very script thing that they just trying to, oh, I was just like you in the same place. I tried to do this, but it didn't fail. And so this just sounds way too scripty. Try to actually sound yourself. Try to actually be yourself in your emails. That's the first thing you gotta do is to find your own taste. Like people like to copy each other, and of course I get it. Some emails work, some don't, and so there's like a secret sauce, right? But honestly, if you try to use your own taste in your own emails, your own like vision, right? Just be creative, come up with your own emails. That's first thing that you gotta do in email marketing is to just create your attractive character with your own specific values and attributes and how you look at the world. So basically your own copywriting, your own copy is going to be much more different than mine because we're not the same person, right? And so that's what you try. That's what you need to strive to be, right? A completely different person, trying to copy other things. And so, yeah, I don't know why I said that. I think it's something very important that a lot of people are missing today in digital marketing, trying to copy each other. So, yeah, so basically, I just go over a story here just to give you an example. I can read it actually. So for years, I battled my weight. Like many, I tried every diet and fitness trend that came my way. I invested in meal plans, gym memberships, and even personal trainers, but nothing ever seemed to work for me. So basically, we kind of add some value to here, basically by saying how much money we wasted. Um, this is a very good example, basically, to say that, oh, I wasted a lot of money and a lot of people are actually wasting a lot of money. If you look on weight loss, like they actually waste a lot of money on things that don't really work out, and that's why they get desperate for it and they try to find something new and they hop on this shiny object syndrome, right? So they try to find a new thing, and some market research involved here as well. But basically, that's what I'm trying to do. So each time I stepped on the scale and saw the disappointment numbers, I felt the weight of frustration settle in. So there were days I looked in the mirror and barely recognized the person staring back at me. Okay, sounds very scripty, but honestly, you get it. I would avoid social gatherings and outings because I felt embarrassed about how I looked. It was a consistent cycle of hope and disappointment, and I felt and it left me feeling trapped and powerless. That's actually some good storytelling here. Good job, George. But one day everything changed. I woke up with a burning desire to take control of my life and make a lasting change. It was a turning point that set me. So basically, this is a fork in the road, right? This is what I'm trying to go here. It is used a lot in the sales, right? When you take a sales call and you try to handle some objections, you try to present yourself as a fork. You had this option to stay lazy, stay do be procrast do be procrastinated basically, or take that one action, buying that product and just changing your life. And so you actually did that and it changed your life completely. And so now you're here. So this is what I'm trying to do here, fork in the road, that's what it's called. And so stay tuned for my next email where I dive deeper into. So here I actually open a loop. Oh, this video is going to be very long, I just realized. So guys, I will actually try to make it faster. I don't want to like make these videos over 30 minutes long because I actually know that you have your own lives. So again, this is value, but it doesn't need to be this long. So basically, right, I just open a loop here. This is the whole point of this email, is to open loops, is to create this cliffhanger, as I mentioned in the start of the video. So let's go to the next one. And so basically, each email will go like this. I'm not going to read every email. I will open them. You can actually read them yourself. So this is where you will dive into the problem in more detail, making it more relatable and urgent. Using our fitness example, you could actually talk about the character's weight is affecting their health and self-esteem, which is of course very true, right? So basically, we have a subject, the struggle you didn't know about, which of course everybody knows about. This is the trick I use here. So basically, yesterday I shared my weight loss journey and hinted at the struggles I faced. This is just a quick catch up with the prospect so he actually remembers what happened yesterday. It's a very good thing, to kind of remind him what happened, why actually he's reading this email. Of course, if he was interested in the first place, he would actually remember it himself, but it's a very good thing to actually open with a reminder. So today, let's take a closer look at those challenges. So the reality of my situation was heavy. It was again some storytelling here, nothing really special, just some story going over like, oh, it was very hard for me, and it's very hard for you, and I feel you. I was in the same place. That's basically the whole copy here. But let's get again to the loop. So, sorry. So in my next email, I shared the pivotal moment that shifted my perspective and set me a new on a new path toward transformation. So again, this is a small hint about an offer that we're going to make. It's a hint. Nobody will actually get it, but yeah, you can actually kind of guess what's going to be the next email from this one loop that I opened. So let's go to the step three, which is epiphany. So basically, this is where you will introduce your product or service as a solution to the problem, right? In our example, this could be the moment the character discovers your fitness course and decides to give it a try. So yeah, again, you probably knew about it. So again, some storytelling. I will actually you can read it like and let's get to the loop that I opened here. This is the most important part, right? So actually, let me see. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, so in my next email, I revealed unexpected benefits I experienced after starting this program, which weren't beyond just weight loss. So, yeah, I know I open a loop basically, right? Again, um, this is not a very good loop, honestly. I could have done it better, but for just for a sake of showing you how it's done, I did it, very very simplistic. But let's get to the next email, right? Um, you can, pause the video and read it yourself, the email. I'm not going to read it. So basically, this is the hidden benefits. This is actually the objection handling email, right? Here you will handle most of the objections that your ideal customer will actually have because, for each ideal customer, there's a lot of different objections. Maybe fear of change, fear of transformation, fear of um, money, right? All of that. So you just found them out by doing some market research, asking some of your prospects, clients, and just, address them here. So here you will reveal unexpected benefits of your product or service. For our fitness course, this could be improved confidence, better sleep, or even a new love for healthy foods, right? Maybe those are not some objections or are some fears or some problems that our prospect is facing here. So, the benefits are never expected. I actually like that subject line. Very simple, but so straight to the point. So basically, you've been following my weight loss journey, and today I want to share something incredible. I want to share some incredible benefits that emerge after starting the program. To be honest, I never expected these changes to happen. First, I found myself sleeping better than I had in years. It was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. Give it a bit of image here, right? So prospect kind of visualize it. Literally and figuratively, I woke up feeling more refreshed and energized, ready to tackle the day ahead. And so basically again some storytelling here. As I embrace healthier eating habits, I developed a newfound love for cooking, all of that, right? So of course I know that for a fact from market research that a lot of people who actually struggle with weight loss are people who always wanted to start cooking. So you can actually have some of your own stuff added in here to make it even more relatable. This is again the thing that we need to do here, make it sound as relatable as we can so the prospect actually trusts the process that we're going through. And so basically let's go to the loop here, but it wasn't on smooth selling. In my next email, I'll share a challenge I faced that almost derailed my process and how I learned to overcome it. So this is actually an amazing loop. This is actually a cliffhanger, a real one. This is some drama. So let's go to the next one. So basically, the last one, which is probably urgency, you've guessed it, right? This is what else is going to be. So this is where you leave your audience waiting more. You could hint at the next email promising more valuable tips or an exciting update about the character's progress. But honestly, here you will just add some urgency, like um, or you will just get them to the regular sequence now. So this was the welcome sequence. Now they just you get your automations basically to send them your regular stuff. So what's next? The journey continues, right? So as I continued on my transformation journey, I encountered a challenge that tested my resolve. Just when I was feeling like I had it all figured out, life threw me a curveball that made it easy to slip back into old habits. Again, some copy here. I really like the copy. And so let's see loop. So basically in my next email, I'll share how you can start your own transformation journey and why it's never too late to take the first step. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So amazing loop here. Just opens for maybe the next one is going to actually be a sale promotion email, which in this case probably will be for me, right? But yeah, honestly, I think this is it, right? This is I have nothing like I want to keep it as simple as possible so you guys don't get like too much information. So again, if you want to look into it, it's called Soap Opera Email Sequence by Russell Brunson, ClickFunnels, the ClickFunnels guy basically. Um, and so yeah, read it. It's an amazing sequence, and I think it will actually transform your whole business if you don't have it. If you don't have a welcome sequence, you should add one. Like it's essential to have. But honestly, most people have today because it's initial to have one, right? It's like in the foundational blocks today of email marketing. And so basically that's it. Again, thank you so much for watching. Like if you watched until this moment, like I'm really proud of myself first of all that I actually gave you this much information and value that you actually stick till the end of the video. And second of all, if you actually watched it, give it a like. This will actually let me know that people actually watch my stuff till the end, and I'll be very proud of myself and very happy that you guys actually found this found this information very interesting and helpful. And so catch you in the next one and have an amazing evening and day and morning, whatever you have.